Hello, wonderful audience. Thank you for choosing to spend your time with me. Greetings, viewers. Get ready to immerse yourself in the world of Brazo de Oro wrestler in this video. Jesús Alvarado Nieves, October 7, 1959, April 28, 2017 was a Mexican luchador, or professional wrestler, who worked under the ring name Brazo de Oro, Spanish for Golden Arm. He was a part of the Alvarado wrestling family, the son of Shadito Cruz and brother of Brazo de Plata, El Brazo, Brazo Cibernético, Super Brazo and Brazo de Platino. His son Felipe de Jesús Alvarado Mendoza currently works as la Máscara for Consejo Mundial de Lucha Libre. His nephews, Máximo Sexy and Psycho Clown, are featured wrestlers for CMLL and Lucha Libre worldwide respectively. Alvarado made his debut in 1975 and for over a decade wrestled under a wrestling mask, until he and his brothers Brazo de Plata and El Brazo lost a Lucha de Apuestas match to Los Villanos in 1988 and was forced to unmask. Over the years he has teamed with his brothers to win various championships such as the CMLL World Trios Championship, Mexican National Tag Team Championship, Mexican National Trios Championship, NWA America's Tag Team Championship, NWA World Tag Team Championship Los Angeles version, UWA World Tag Team Championship, UWA World Trios Championship, WWA World Tag Team Championship and WWA World Trios Championship. He started focusing more on behind-the-scenes activities in the early years, where he worked as one of the bookers for CMLL and served as the head of the Wrestlers Union for many years. In this section, we'll be exploring early life. Jesús Alvarado Nieves was born on October 7, 1959, in Mexico City, Mexico, the oldest son of Juan Alvarado Ibarra, better known as professional wrestler Shadito Cruz. Growing up, Jesús Alvarado often had to look after his younger brothers, especially when his father was touring Mexico, wrestling several days a week. In a 1991 interview, he recalled how he did not have time to play with other boys, as he was watching over all the Alvarado kids while both his father and mother had to work to make ends meet. At one point he began taking his younger brothers Juan and Pepe to the local wrestling arenas where they sold old wrestling magazines and worked as ushers for tips. Jesús Alvarado began training for a professional wrestling career while still a teenager, despite the misgivings of his father. Local promoter and trainer Felipe Hamley began training Alvarado and helped convince his father to let his oldest son train for a wrestling career. When his son was ready to make his in-ring debut, Shadito Cruz allowed him to use one of Cruz's old ring names, El Hombre de Brazo de Oro, the man with the golden arm, based on a movie starring Frank Sinatra, but the younger Alvarado soon shortened to simply Brazo de Oro. As we embark on the next leg of our journey, let's unpack the layers of pro wrestling career and examine its core elements. Alvarado made his debut as Brazo de Oro, an enmascarado masked wrestler who worked mainly in tag team action with his brother, who worked as Brazo de Plata's silver arm, and in trios action with another brother known simply as El Brazo the Arm. Los Brazos, as they were billed, wrestled all over Mexico and made appearances for the Los Angeles-based NWA Hollywood Wrestling. While working for NWA Hollywood, Oro and Plata won the NWA America's Tag Team Championship from Chino Chu and The Kiss on November 7, 1981. The brothers were also last holders of the Los Angeles version of the NWA World Tag Team Championship in 1982. In the next segment, we'll be exploring losing the masks and its implications for our subject matter. Over the years, Brazo de Oro and his brothers competed in a large number of luchas de apuestas bet fights where they put their masks or hair on the line against their opponents. Los Brazos' most famous luchas de apuestas occurred on October 21, 1988, when Plata, Oro and El Brazo all placed their masks on the line in a match against another well-known Lucha Libre family, Los Villanos, in this case Villano I, Villano IV and Villano V. The match was the culmination of a long feud storyline between the two families and saw all 6 wrestlers bleed profusely during the bout. In the end, Los Villanos won the match, forcing all three brothers to unmask and reveal their real names, as is tradition in these types of matches. Despite losing their masks, Los Brothers remained successful in the ring, winning various tag team and trios titles such as the UWA World Tag Team Championship, UWA World Trios Championship, WWA World Tag Team Championship, and the WWA World Trios Championship. By the as Los Brothers worked mainly for Consejo Mundial de Lucha Libre CMLL World Oro. Plato and El Brazo won the CMLL World Trios Championship from Los Infernals Pirata Morgan, El Satanico and MS1 on April 6, 1993. Los Brothers lost the title to Dr. Wagner Jr., Gran Marcus Jr. and El Hijo del Gladiador. In the years, Brazo de Oro became the head of the Wrestlers Union, and also worked as a booker for CMLL. From that point on, he only wrestled occasionally on smaller CMLL shows outside of Mexico. In 2006 he announced his retirement, but ended up working select dates and matches until 2015, where he had his last known match. Without further ado, let's move on to the topic of personal life. The Alvarado wrestling family spans 3 generations, starting with Shadito Cruz, followed by his 6 sons who all took up wrestling, as well as a 3rd generation of Alvarados who followed in their father or grandfather's footsteps. Jesús Alvarado's younger brothers all adopted a variation of the Brazo name that he had made popular, as he began wrestling as El Brazo the Arm, Brazo de Plata Silver Arm, Brazo Cibernético Cyborg Arm, Brazo de Platino Platinum Arm, and Super Brazo Super Arm. At least one of Jesús Alvarado's children followed in his footsteps, as his son, Felipe de Jesús Alvarado Mendoza, began his wrestling career under the name Brazo de Oro Jr. He later changed his name and became better known as La Máscara when all of the then active 3rd generation Alvarados stopped using the Brazo name and created their own independent characters. In 2013, his daughter made her in-ring debut under the name Arms, wearing a modified version of the Brazo's mask. Now, let's dig deeper into death and unveil the hidden treasures it holds within. Alvarado was rushed to a Mexico City hospital in the early hours of April 28, 2017, due to respiratory problems. A few hours later, he died of a heart attack. Now, let's shift our perspective and explore championships and accomplishments from a different angle. Consejo Mundial de Lucha Libre, UWA World Trios Championship, 1 time with Brazo de Plata and El Brazo. Mexican National Tag Team Championship, 1 time with Brazo de Plata. Mexican National Trios Championship, 2 times with Brazo de Plata and El Brazo. Federación Internacional de Lucha Libre. Phil Trios Championship, 1 time with Brazo de Plata and El Brazo. Hollywood Wrestling. UWA America's Tag Team Championship, 1 time with Brazo de Plata. UWA World Tag Team Championship Los Angeles version, 1 time with Brazo de Plata. Universal Wrestling Association. UWA World Tag Team Championship, 1 time with Brazo de Plata. UWA World Trios Championship, 3 times with Brazo de Plata and El Brazo. Wrestling Association. UWA World Tag Team Championship, 1 time with Brazo de Plata. UWA World Trios Championship, 1 time with Brazo de Plata and El Brazo. Wrestling Observer Newsletter. Wrestling Observer Newsletter Hall of Fame Class of 2021 as part of Los Brazos Mexican Regional Wrestling. Distrito Federal Trios Championship, 1 time with Brazo de Plata and El Brazo. Distrito Federal Welterweight Championship, 1 time. Distrito Federal Heavyweight Championship, 1 time. Puebla Tag Team Championship, 1 time with Brazo de Plata. Mexico State Welterweight Championship, 1 time. Ocupan Welterweight Championship, 1 time. I hope you learned something new today. Let me know what you found most interesting in the comments below.